Hey, Cody, how tough or easy of a decision was it for you to decide you wanted to come back for an extra season?
Yeah, it was a very tough decision, because anytime going through another off season, it's difficult. But at the end of the day, I talked with Kleiman a lot, and I talked with several coaches and my family, and we think that it's in my best interest to come back this year. I believe in what Kleiman's doing, so I'm excited. This off season's been going well so far.
I know it's different for every senior, but did you have any other plans lined up? Like, were you applying for jobs or anything, and then backtrack to this, or what was that like?
Yeah, I was applying for jobs, and I had an opportunity, but it was a choice I had to make. Work 7 to 5 every day, or play the sport that I love. So, but it was a hard decision, but I think I'm happy with the decision I made.
Yeah, well, playing football probably more fun than work.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
based on someone who does work for a living. Um, what is it about the linebacker position that you think you can help next season? Obviously, that they could use some experience and everything, but what are you personally going to hope to bring to that group?
Yeah, I think the main thing is leadership and experience is what I'm going to bring to that group, because I know there's a lot of young guys coming up in that group, and I know Daniel's got a lot of experience, and we brought in Eric. But I think the main thing is leadership and experience. I played a lot of ball there. I haven't started, but I still took a lot of snaps. So I think just bringing that experience and teaching the guys, the system is probably the biggest thing I'll bring.
All right. Hey, thanks, Cody. Good luck next year.
Yeah, thank you.
Eric?
Yeah, Cody, is the potential to start for the first time in your career at Kansas State, was that kind of a pretty good carrot to come back as well?
Yeah, I mean that was definitely appealing. The potential to start. Uh, yeah, I've been second string for 3 years now, and I've learned a lot from the guys in front of me. I played behind some really good players last year with Eli, so just learning from him a lot, and just like the ability to be able to start this year and compete for that starting spot is definitely appealing.
They brought in transfer Eric Munoz to go with you guys, of course. I know you haven't been around him a lot, but what's a couple of things that kind of stand out in terms of a first impression?
Yeah, I've gotten to really know him pretty well the last week, and this guy's a really smart kid. He knows a lot of the system. I think he played similar defense in Utah State, so he's a really smart kid. He's got a lot of experience himself. So I think my first impression that he's going to help us out a lot. He's a very smart player, and I'm excited to see what he can do this spring.
And then I'd like to ask, like, what's it like playing for Coach Stannard? Because obviously he came in while the pandemic was kind of raging, and we never really got to, I guess, get any first impressions of him since we've been so far away too. So what's Coach Stannard like? What's playing for him been like?
Yeah, he's got a lot of experience. He's coached a lot of really good players. So, I mean, he's a funny guy. He's an old, hard-nosed coach, but he kind of got thrown in the ropes last spring. And we were talking yesterday. He said he came on his visit here, and he was eating with all the guys, and then he had to come back. And we had COVID, so last year was kind of tough because we didn't get to know each other that well, but now we're real comfortable with each other, and I know him pretty well. He's a really good guy, and he's got played a lot of ball and coached a lot of really good guys, so he's got a lot of insight. And I think just playing with him, he's got high energy, which I like, but he's a really smart coach, and I appreciate having him here.
Thanks, Cody.
Thank you.
Go back to Kellis.
Cody, how eager do you think everybody on the defense is to get back out there and prove that those last couple games last season, were just some weird circumstances, and you guys are quite a bit better than that?
Yeah, no, we're really eager to get back out there. That was kind of a bad way to end the season. And I think things happen, but we didn't play our best those last couple games. And so I think as a defense, that's not something we want to be remembered by. We want to be remembered by how, how hard we play, how tough we are, and how physical we are. And I think those last couple games we didn't play very physical or very sound football, and I think that's how we want to be remembered for.
I also wanted to ask, what kind of rapport did you and Daniel have getting to play those few games together when you were really the two only healthy linebackers available?
Yeah, it was. I think we were ready for it, but me and Daniel played together for my entire year. My entire career I've been here. Us two have been together, so I think we were comfortable with it. But it's difficult taking all those snaps. I think, we had a couple of young guys that could have jumped in, but they weren't quite ready. The coaches felt like, so it was difficult to play an entire game, but it was different. But, I think that's something that I got to improve on is my conditioning and just working with some of these guys to get them to be able to get in the mix.
All right. Thanks, Cody.
Thank you.
Fitz.
Yeah, Cody, kind of following up on that. Last year was just so strange, and all of a sudden you're thrust into not just playing more, but playing entire games. But was it kind of enjoyable to settle in and know that you're not going in and out, you're not the relief pitcher coming in, you're the starter?
Yeah, absolutely. I know my first year here, I was just thrown in for 2 plays in a game or 3 plays in a game, and that was the worst thing because you couldn't really get comfortable. So, I think somewhere in the Baylor game, I really got comfortable and, I started enjoying it and I just started feeling more confidence. And I think just as I played more, the more confidence I got, the fact that I knew I was going to stay out there and get another play. And when I see a look, I'll see it again later in the game. So that was really nice, being able to play the whole game, honestly.
And what if you have to go through this kind of season again? I mean, we all are hoping you don't, that society can return, but what if it's kind of similar?
I think that's something that we realized that it could be similar like last year, but, I really hope we can pack the stadium because that's one of the best feelings in the world is when the stadium is packed. But, I think we're kind of used to this routine that we got going on, every day, we're used to testing, we're used to wearing masks. So it's kind of become normal now almost just doing all these protocols, but it would definitely be nice to see us go back to normal.
Thanks, Cody. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Last one here, Ryan.
Hey, Cody. What has it been like for you now? I mean, you've obviously been asked about all of the on-field stuff now that you're basically in line to be a starter. But what's it like now, kind of knowing that, hey, the other younger linebackers aren't going to be looking to Eli and Justin as much anymore. Now you're kind of going to be the point man for that kind of stuff.
Yeah. No, it's exciting knowing that I'm ready for, to take a bigger role and to be that leader to these guys. I think they trust me now, and I hope they do because, I've worked with them for a while now. So I'm definitely excited for that opportunity to work with these guys, and I think it'll only make me better. So I'm ready for it.
And then, Cody, what are your initial impressions of Eric since he joined the program, Eric Munoz? Because I know he's there in your position room.
Like I said earlier, he's a really smart kid and physical player. He knows the system well already. I've just been talking to him and doing some 7-on-7 stuff and watching film. He's a smart player, and I think he's going to transition pretty easily.